Secondo il CDC, 5 nuovi casi di malaria sono comparsi in Florida e Texas, un'ondata di crisi di malaria locale che non si vedeva negli Stati Uniti dal 2003.
Texas is reporting a case of locally transmitted malaria. It's rare and the first in our state since 1994. And there hasn't been a case of malaria caught locally in the U.S. since 2003.
The CDC is reporting that these 4 people from Florida and then another person from Texas contracted this disease between late May and late June through what they're saying is local transmission. So I did ask Border Patrol if they were concerned that malaria and other diseases were in fact coming over the border with migrants seeking a better life.
When we're hearing that there's individuals coming into the United States from all over the world, a lot of them are not getting screened, they're not getting checked.
Gli Stati Uniti vedono in media 2000 casi di malaria importata all'anno dai viaggiatori che entrano nel paese.
Currently, there are 32 reported malaria cases in Ohio, but all of the patients were infected in other countries.
Eh sì, Bill Gates sta interpretando Dio tramite la società sovvenzionata dalla Gates Foundation, nota come Oxitec, con zanzare geneticamente modificate nelle Florida Keys in California e la più grande fabbrica di zanzare del mondo nel sud-est del Texas.
I'm at the world's biggest mosquito factory for the World Mosquito Program. We're making in here 30 million mosquitoes a week.
There are some very important problems that don't get worked on naturally. That is, the market does not drive the scientists, the communicators, the thinkers, the governments to do the right things. And only by paying attention to these things and having brilliant people who care and draw other people in can we make as much progress as we need to.
And that's why Gavi was created. Gavi came up with the money and a plan to get vaccines out to all the kids of the world.
ECOEPA non ha richiesto la revisione tra pari o prove preliminari di base nella gabbia in Florida e Texas ed ha escluso un commento pubblico adeguato, non pubblicando documenti pertinenti quando hanno approvato il processo. Secondo J.D. Hanson, direttore delle politiche per Centro Internazionale per la Valutazione della Tecnologia, mentre altri ritenevano che l'EPA non considerasse conseguenze indesiderate. Secondo un rapporto del Daily Mail, un gruppo di esperti indipendenti ha testimoniato al Florida Keys Mosquito Board che le zanzare geneticamente modificate potrebbero anche rappresentare una minaccia significativa per gli ecosistemi sensibili e le popolazioni umane, non solo in Florida. E sì, nel 2021, con il sostegno finanziario della Fondazione Gates, ma anche SmithKline hanno sviluppato un vaccino contro la malaria. Un chiaro caso di problema reazione-soluzione, in cui ancora una volta Bill Gates aggiunge i soldi alla sua enorme fortuna con mezzi nefasti. Quindi sì, le persone sono preoccupate. Bill Gates è diventato un paria americano in seguito alla sua mano nel lancio dei vaccini Covid che continuano a danneggiare e uccidere milioni di esseri in tutto il mondo, un flagello per l'umanità a causa della sua acquisizione di terreni agricoli americani a favore dell'infiltrazione cinese, colture OGM e bestiame.
I want to wish everyone in China a very happy Lunar New Year. Just as the tiger symbolizes vitality and health, since the onset of the pandemic, China has worked hard to not only contain the virus, but also contributed to closing the equity gap.
A causa della sua stretta associazione con Jeffrey Epstein, quella fu la rovina del suo matrimonio.
Why he began a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein after he pleaded guilty to soliciting prostitution from a minor.
E recenti rivelazioni di dilaganti molestie sessuali ai suoi subalterni, il ragazzo simbolo dell'elite, movimento per l'ipocrisia del cambiamento climatico.
What do you say to the charge that if you are a climate change campaigner but you also travel around the world on a private jet, you're a hypocrite?
I buy the gold standard of funding Climeworks to do direct air capture that
far exceeds my family's carbon footprint. And I spend billions of dollars on climate innovation.
Quindi quando Press e Forbes, comprati e pagati, colpiscono giustamente pezzi contro coloro che mettono in dubbio le motivazioni di Bill Gates, aggiungono semplicemente propagandisti alla fedina penale della malvagità di Bill Gates. Bill Gates è una persona orribile e non dovrebbe essere responsabile di nulla che dovrebbe giovare all'umanità. Bene, vi presenterò tra poco la propaganda che fa la fabbrica di zanzare di Bill Gates in Colombia. È la più grande del mondo. 30 milioni di zanzare geneticamente modificate vengono rilasciate ogni settimana in 11 paesi. Perché Bill Gates dovrebbe sapere meglio della natura cosa è giusto o sbagliato? Insomma, zanzare progettate per consegnare le malattie rilasciate dalle porte dell'inferno.
Hi, I'm Scott O'Neill here in Medellin, Colombia today, and I'm at the world's biggest mosquito factory for the World Mosquito Program. We're making in here 30 million mosquitoes a week. Come and have a look. We're doing it for a very serious reason. Cities like Medellin have suffered from diseases like dengue, Zika, chikungunya for decades, but not anymore. We've been able to bring the solution of Wolbachia mosquitoes to this city. When this bacteria called Wolbachia gets introduced into the mosquito, it stops their ability to transmit dengue. We release mosquitoes that have Wolbachia. Now they go and mate, and Wolbachia gets passed into the wild mosquito population. If we're going to control these diseases in all the tropical cities of the world, it's going to require a lot of mosquitoes. The mosquito life cycle starts with the egg, and in this room, we've got a lot of eggs. Each one of these strips, these tiny black dots, are up to 10,000 mosquito eggs. Across all of these strips, about 1.5 million dried eggs waiting to hatch. In this tray, we've got the newly hatched eggs. They're little larvae, so small you can hardly see them. They're going to sit in here for a few days and eat and get bigger until they look like these ones over here. They're starting to turn into pupae. We're wanting to do the next step of sorting the males from the females. We want to do that so we can manipulate the sex ratio in the cages to be more female than male. The bottom ones along here are the boys, and the ones at the top are the girls. They're bigger. From here, they're going into the adult cages. We have adults that we continuously grow in what we call our brood stock. And then over here, we have the mass-produced mosquitoes getting ready to give us the eggs to go out directly into the field. It's crazy how they sound. You might wonder, what do we feed all these mosquitoes here? Well, I can tell you, we've got the good stuff in here. On the top shelf, literally, we've got the blood. They love it. Once the mosquitoes are grown, they're ready to go out into the field.